Kellen Klosterman is ready. Colin Larson, the left-handed batter, steps to the plate. The Flyboys and the Axemen in the first game of this doubleheader on this Tuesday afternoon at Pioneer Park. Here's the 2-1. Larson hits one in the air to left. This is pretty well struck. Lane Akers going back, and that ball is gone for a leadoff homer. Colin Larson, his third homer of the season, RBI number 9. And Larson is swinging it well for the Axemen. His batting average entering today over 340, and that will climb even higher. The Axemen take a 1-0 lead just 4 pitches into this game. Here's the 2-0 to Primrose. Fastball chopped on the ground to the left side. Kim to second for 1. Miller to first. Double play. The Flyboys go around the horn. It's a 5-4-3 twin killing, and Klosterman escapes serious trouble in the first. But Kingsport strikes on the solo homer from Colin Larson. Here's the 0-2 from Klosterman. Liner into center field. That ball is down for a base hit. 1 run scores. The throw from Jordan is cut off. It's a 2-run single off the bat of Cam Durnan. RBIs number 16 and 17. And the Axemen continue to show why they've got one of the best offenses in the Appy League. It is now 5-0 Kingsport here in the top of the fourth. A big spot here for Lane Akers. The Flyboys have talked about it over the last week or so. They needed to win some of these gritty games, these back-and-forth games, come-from-behind wins, and that's what they've been doing lately. But with Dylan Jackson at first and Brady Francisco behind the plate, Jack Wilson wanted his bat in the lineup, so he slotted him in left field. 2-2. This one's hit a ton to deep left field. Larson going back, and it's gone! A line drive, 3-run homer for Lane Akers. He's swinging it well after the walk-off on Sunday. He gets the Flyboys on the board in a big way here in the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-3. Left-hander Cooper Jones back to work. Akers hits the first pitch up the middle, a high hop off the mound. It gets past both infielders into shallow center. Akers rounded first, thought about second, but thought better of it. And it's a base hit to start the sixth for the Flyboys. Akers now 2 for 3. Akers leading off of first. First pitch. Kim takes low. It gets between the legs and past the catcher, Ty Denton. So there goes the double play opportunity. So Kim grounds out, but on the play, Akers moves to third. One away, man at third for TJ Adams, who is probably thankful that Kingsport starting pitcher Adam Baker is out of the game. Baker struck out just 3 batters in 3 2/3, but 2 of those 3 strikeouts were delivered by TJ Adams at the plate. Adams, one of 2 Flyboys hitters yet to reach safely in this game. Now's a good time to change that. Here's the 0-1. Adams, a ground ball hit softly to the left side, past the diving third baseman Jones. It's a base hit for TJ Adams. Akers scores from third base, and the Flyboys are back to within a run. It's 5-4 here in the sixth. Last call for the Flyboys here in regulation in this 7-inning game. First of the doubleheader, they trail 5-4 as we begin the bottom of the 7th. Flyboys manager Jack Wilson will go with a pinch hitter here to face the right-hander Peyton Armour. It'll be Reed Hare. Reed Hare, so far this season, batting .286 with 6 RBIs. And he reaches on a 5-pitch walk to start the final half inning of regulation. So now Micah Jordan digging in. And Jordan at the top of this Flyboys order, 1 for 3 today. If he reaches, he represents the winning run, and that is big because he and Reed Hare both have good speed. Hare aboard at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lined into right center field. That ball is down for a base hit. Hare's got the wheels turning. He's on his way to third. Jordan right behind him, sliding into second with a double. And the Flyboys have the tying and winning runs in scoring position as they go for their second walk-off win in as many games. And before Tyler Inge steps to the plate, Kingsport will have its conference on the mound. Jack Wilson will talk to Tyler Inge. And here's the 1-2. Inge lines one into center field. This should tie the game. The catch is made by Pitts. Tagging up is Reed Hare. The throw coming in is cut off, and the Flyboys have tied it at 5. Micah Jordan, the winning run, moves up to third base with only 1 away. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for Tyler Inge. A great job by him of getting that ball deep enough into the outfield, especially with 2 strikes. Setting the table now for Ezra McNaughton. 1 away in the frame, and Kingsport will intentionally walk Ezra McNaughton. That is the smart move because it sets up what would be an inning-ending double play. The problem now is that Kingsport has to face Lane Akers. Akers walked off Pulaski in a very similar situation on Sunday. After the 2 hitters ahead of him were intentionally walked to load the bases and set up the force play at home plate, Akers delivered a walk-off single off the wall in right, which, had it been a couple of feet higher, would have been a walk-off grand slam. And if you're Armour, you're thinking, okay, now the count is 2-2, and he's seeing that breaking ball better. What can I go with on 2-2 to try to get this strikeout? Here's the pitch. Akers lines one to center field. Pitts coming on, makes the catch. Jordan had to make sure it was caught, and because of that, he couldn't tag up. That ball was hit so hard, I think Jordan thought it had a chance of falling in. It looked like it was deep enough, but Jordan, when the ball was caught, was still off of third base a couple of steps. He couldn't get back in time because that ball was hit off the bat at 102 miles an hour. So the Flyboys, they had a chance at the game-winning sacrifice fly there, but that ball was hit so hard that Jordan couldn't tag up in time. So now men on the corners and 2 away. We're tied at 5. The winning run is at third base, and the batter Cameron Kim. And a chopper to the right side. Tryon is there, and he wins the foot race to the bag to end the inning. So the Flyboys had the winning run at third with 1 out, but could not score. And we will go to the top of the 8th inning. The way this works in the Appy League is the home team decides whether or not they want to play the field or they want to hit. It's a tiebreaker. There is only 1 half inning. And if the home team elects to hit and they score 1 run, then they win. If the home team elects to play the field and they decide, if the home team decides to play the field and they do not give up a run, then they win. We'll see what Jack Wilson wants to do. So there you hear it from the PA announcer here at Pioneer Park. There is a ghost runner on first base, and that runner will be Brogan Jones. So this is the first extra inning game the Flyboys have played this year. New pitcher out of the bullpen for Greenville is Emery Dawkins. Wonder if Dawkins maybe puts the runner on at first to set up the double play here. 2-1. Breaking ball hit weakly to the right side. Fielded there on a high hop by Jackson. Flip to Dawkins, covering is in time. The runner moves up to third on the play. But the Flyboys now an out away from winning. The batter now, Jace Rusine, is the pinch hitter. A base hit wins the game. If Dawkins can retire him, then the Flyboys win. 1-0 the count on him here. Here it comes. Rusine, a chopper up the middle. Ranging over is Tyler Inge. The throw to first is in time, and the Flyboys win. Greenville wins the tiebreaker, and they take this one, the first game of the doubleheader. They rallied to tie it at 5 in the bottom of the 7th, and they hold Kingsport off the board in the top of the tiebreaker inning, stranding the winning run at third base. A great come-from-behind win once again for Greenville. They're third in as many games. The Flyboys are the second team in the Appy League to reach 10 wins this season. They joined Burlington